The world's nuclear power have more than 15,000 nuclear warheads. These weapons have the capacity to kill millions directly and through their impact on agriculture have likely the potential to kill billions. Nuclear weapon technology was developed during 1930s and 1940s. The first nuclear weapon were detonated over Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Since then, controlling the extensive use of nuclear weapons has been an important issue in international relations. Now the types of nuclear wars. Firstly, a limited nuclear war, sometimes also called as attack or exchange nuclear war. It refers to a small-scale use of nuclear weapons by two or more groups. A limited nuclear war could include targeting military facilities. Either it is an attempt to preemptively cripple the enemy's ability to attack as a defensive measure. Now secondly, we have a full-scale nuclear war, which could consist of large number of nuclear weapons aimed at entire country. It may include military, economic and civilian targets. Such an attack would almost certainly destroy the entire economic, social and military infrastructure of the targeted nation and would probably have a very devastating effect on the Earth's biosphere, which is the issue of international concern. Now some interesting facts about nuclear weapons. Now basically, a question arises, what is a nuclear weapon? Now nuclear weapon is an explosive device that derives its name from destructive forces of nuclear reaction, either fission bomb, or from combination of fission and fusion reaction, a thermonuclear bomb. Both bomb type release large quantities of energy from relatively small amount of matter. Nuclear bombs have yields between 10 tons of TNT, the W-54, and 50 megatons for the Tsar Bomba, which is the largest ever known nuclear bomb. Nuclear weapons have been used twice in the war, both times by the United States against Japan near the end of World War II. On August 6, 1945, the US Army Air Forces detonated a uranium gun-type fission bomb nicknamed Little Boy over the Japanese city of Hiroshima. 3 days later, on August 9, the US Army Air Forces detonated a plutonium implosion type fission bomb nicknamed Fat Man over the Japanese city of Nagasaki. These bombing caused injuries that resulted in death of approximately 200,000 civilians and military personnel. Since the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, nuclear weapons have been detonated over 2,000 times for testing and demonstration. The only countries known to have detonated nuclear weapons are first United States, then comes Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, France, China, India, Pakistan and North Korea. Germany, Italy, Turkey, Belgium and the Netherlands are the nuclear weapons sharing states. South Africa is the only country to have independently developed, renounced and dismantled its nuclear weapons. List of some of the deadliest bombs. First, Tsar Bomba or the RDS-220 hydrogen bomb. It has a massive power of 50 megaton. The RDS-220 hydrogen bomb, also known as Tsar Bomba, is the biggest and the most powerful thermonuclear bomb ever made. It was exploded by the Soviet Union on 30th October 1961 over the Novaya Zemlya island in the Russian Arctic Sea. The hydrogen bomb was airdropped by the Tu-95 bomber using huge fall retardation parachute. The detonation occurred 4 km above the ground, producing a yield of 50 megatons, which is believed to be equivalent to explosive power from simultaneous detonation of 3,800 Hiroshima bombs. Here's a clip of Tsar Bomba. Second, TX-21 shrimp or the Castle Bravo. The TX-21 shrimp thermonuclear weapon was exploded by the US on 1st March 1954 during the biggest ever nuclear weapon test, Castle Bravo, at Bikini Atoll in Marshall Islands. It is America's largest nuclear atom bomb test. The detonation yielded an explosive force of 15 megatons. The TX-21 was exploded 7 feet above the surface and radioactive fallout spread over more than 11,000 square kilometers. The explosion dispersed radioactive substance over some parts of Asia, Australia, the US and Europe. Effects on humans. The health effects of nuclear explosion are primarily due to air blast, thermal radiation, initial nuclear radiation and residual nuclear radiation or fallout. First, blast. Nuclear explosion produce air blasts effects similar to those produced by conventional explosives. The shock wave can directly injure humans by rupturing eardrums or lungs, by hurling people at high speed. But most casualties occur because of collapsing structures and flying debris. Second, thermal radiation. Unlike conventional explosion, a single nuclear explosion can generate an intense pulse of thermal radiation that can start fires and burn over skin. In some cases, the fire ignited by the explosion can coalesce into a firestorm, preventing the escape of survivors. Third, initial radiation. Nuclear detonation releases large amounts of neutron and gamma radiations. Relative to other effects, initial radiation is an important cause of casualty only for low-yield explosions, less than 10 kilotons. Now fourth, fallout. When a nuclear detonation occurs close to the ground surface, soil mixes with the highly radioactive fission products from the weapon. The debris is carried by the wind and fall back to the earth over a period of minutes to hours. Now out of these 4 effects, the first 3 of these effects are immediate effects, and by contrast, the 4th effect, the radiation dose from the fallout, is delivered over an extended period of time.